How's everybody doing this Soulful Sunday? Hey, ice cream's always the best, ain't it? I hope everybody's having a great Sunday. Mine started off good. I had a nice breakfast. Went to give back and I had a good breakfast today. Hope everybody else did. Come on in. Welcome aboard. Yes. What's up? What's up, Moon Dust? Happy Sunday to you too. It's getting a little chilly these days. Yeah. How was your Sunday? I'm glad to be here for you guys. I am glad. I love this. I love this. I love it. Definitely did. Let's start that now. Today's a day you could always eat Sundays. I know. Especially the sauce serves. Yes. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you so much. I appreciate all the newcomers. To all the newcomers, welcome aboard. Come in and get your first class seat aboard the Dreamweaver train. Yes. Yes, to the first class destination. Yes. Good. Manifest the best destiny over here. Yeah. For all you newcomers, how it works, I work with the frequencies of music. I will tune in 111 112 029. Check out those numbers, newcomers. Get your pad and paper out. Sometimes I do songs, I do backgrounds, I do bios, I do movies, shows. Sometimes I get backgrounds on the musicians themselves, and I work with those beautiful, beautiful artists and music. Tell us the story. That's how it works here. We work with the music. Music talks to us. God is music. God is frequency. Yes. Tonight we're going to do classic recline mellow station on Pandora. We like Pandora because it's like a box of chocolates. Just ask for us. Yeah, she never know what you're going to get when it comes out, right? We are not going to be like that journey. Also, don't take what doesn't resonate. Don't make that little glass slipper fit, Cinderella. Or Cinderella. My crampy style. Yes. How it fits. So, that's what everybody says. Is I don't know. I've always liked the dark golden reds. You know, it's got a little bit of golden fleck, so the color works really. It's my favorite color. Thank you so much for the compliment. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Man, I go between talking from my regular accent to, having to enunciate things and slow down to speak. Sometimes I call it speak to stutter because I don't talk in my accents. I like to talk in my accent. I meet new people every day. And it's amazing how many people have experienced the things that I have, and they understand. It's like we know each other, our souls connect, It's like we know each other and we talk to them and understand. It's very nice. Many people that have issue with it, people that don't have an understanding, don't have an open mind, and they just want to fit on a certain clique. I belong to some certain cliques too, but I still have my individuality. When it's right, it's right. When it's wrong, it's wrong. And I'm not afraid to be me. tonight, y'all get your popcorn or your beautiful Sundays, however you want to. Why not? Life's too short. Stress backwards means dessert, so I'd rather have dessert. You know, when I was a kid, I had to eat all my food on the plate. And I'm like, I didn't make the plate, you did. So now that I'm a bigger kid, I can eat my dessert first, and I try to. So today I had homemade fresh blueberry pancakes, and where I went, they forgot to make my order, so I was the last person to get it, but I wasn't upset because I got to visit a little bit, and then, you know, I got my order, and so it was hot by the time it came, so it's so nice to, you know, not be upset about the smallest things, you know, so, and it was for a good cause, so then I got and I got to see some people. I got to sit at the table with these. It was like a home for women, you know, getting on their feet, beautiful, beautiful coffee. And from what they started out with to what they have now is just amazing. And I got to sit with the people who built this place. So it's really, so it's so nice to do that. I'm talking a little loud. Can you hear me better now? Can you hear? Yes, he is king. Yes, he is king. Ethan. Yes. Hallelujah, brother. You can hear now? Sorry about that. I just talk a little low, you know? I've been having, you know, allergies and a little bit of sore throat, so I'll try to talk a little bit louder. I was saying, if you whisper, they listen harder. Welcome aboard, Ethan. What is it that I have that's demonic in my room? How would you know what's in my room? I have a cross right there. So how is it I have demonic things in my room? It's a garage. Oh, you see the cards. Well, let's see, Ethan. Man wrote the Bible. Not that the words of God is not in that Bible. But, you know, what I do outside of here has nothing to do with the cards. It's just a big piece of paper. Okay? I can still do my gifts without these cards. They're just here to show the physical object. Okay, I know a lot of people in the church that are evil. You know, they think they show up every day and sit in those pews that they're saved. That's not true. I have been to heaven. It's beautiful. What star are you referring to? The morning star? Show evil. The satanic star. What satanic star are you talking about? I think you're seeing things, Ethan. I know a lot of Satanists that go to church. And I know a lot of people that are preachers that don't preach in the church anymore. So don't get into a debate with me, okay? It's not going to work. No? It's just not. I know religious people that aren't spiritually connected to God. They want to be. Just because you get baptized don't mean that you are saved. And you can't dictate how God has somebody working, right? Jesus worked in the streets. That's what I do. It's okay. You can stay, Ethan. Ethan. You're welcome to stay, brother. There's many preachers that come on here. There's many preachers doing the same thing. So, and I work with preachers. I work with deacons, my family. So, I've had the gifts of intuition since I was a baby. Yes. And I can connect people without these cards. So, what do you guys say about that? You need to study a little bit more and have a little bit more open mind so you can get connected to Jesus, his teachings. I've done a lot of study, okay? In many ways of his teaching. I'm more a Buddhist than you. I do healing work outside of you. Okay? I'm not going to argue with you. Just because you're Christian doesn't mean you're connected. Yes, I am a Christian, thank you. You need to do more homework. Okay? I studied different religions and this and that. I was also anointed and ordained by a minister. Okay? So I was praying for him for weekends. I took care of it. I have deacons in my family. I have nuns in my family. That's because they told you it's satanic. Okay? They do a lot of rituals in churches, especially outside the church. They just go to show up. There's a lot of people that just take up space. I'm not saying everybody, because that's not true. There's good people that go to church. But let me explain something to you. You ever go to church and you're falling asleep? That's because they're putting a spell on you. That's what the word means. You can't dictate how God has his people do work. I can connect without this. Oh, you don't do rituals in church. You don't dance. You don't go every Sunday. That's a ritual. You hope that you go to the right place and the right teachers so that you can get connected to God. Okay? That's what you hope for. All right, so don't argue. First of all, if you are so into that, then why are you even giving this attention? You shouldn't even be here if you believe that much. So don't come on here and try to dictate here and use that as an excuse to get your information because you don't want to be accused of doing that. It's contradictory. So if you want to learn something, then just go. You can watch the channel, but you don't have to come in here and start telling me where I'm wrong. That's judgmental. Period. Right? And if it's told to be wrong, you shouldn't even be giving it attention. Really. But you can stay. All I'm saying is, keep an open mind. Okay? That's why it says, use your discernment. You know Joel Osteen? Do you know him? Have you ever heard of Joel Osteen? He's a positive, motivational speaker. Okay. You know Billy Graham? Yeah. So I was anointed and ordained by someone who went to the church. You know Billy Graham, okay? Then you're about my age, so that's, you should understand. Yes. One of the last things I had to do was take care of a preacher. Okay, but he had a lot of other jobs. And he admitted that I was the most spiritual person he ever met in his life. And he was asking me for prayers because they were so great. As I was taught about. So, 166333, master number 33. I wonder who was also that master. there's a lot of books and a lot of information out there. There's what you call religious philosophy, and I have studied quite a few. And I do go to church. And where I do a lot of my work is with people who have been broken. I help them get connected to the higher, most high. God is love. Jesus is the judge. Spirit speaks. All right, guys, let's get started. You're welcome to stay, Ethan. You're welcome to learn, and you can make your choice, okay? Nobody can tell you what to do. But you have to have Jesus within you to understand, okay? And he's outer, whatever you are inside, it shows on the outer side. And if it's not on that same frequency, which God is music, he is frequency, he also rules universal laws. You can't run from that. And that's the way it works. That's how Jesus manifested. All right. This is just the way that my gifts come out. Everybody has gifts in this world, and you should share them and not hold them back. I've had many preachers come on here, and they come on here to also learn, because they have to, in order to be better preachers. All right, so let's get started. Get your earphones on, guys, so you have a better listening. Get your pen and paper out in case I direct you to go to a song or look up the numbers. Sometimes they are, you have to figure it out, because I'm not going to tell you everything. You have to earn it, right? So sometimes it is scripture, right? Okay, so let's get started, guys. We're getting tuned in, tapped in, turned on. Spirits coming in the house. Tonight, we have classic, recline, and mellow radio on Pandora. Let's go. All right. So we got the band, The Weight. Somebody has the weight on their shoulders, and before this, we had solitaire. So somebody is in solitaire. This is The Weight. Can you help Annie, right? So this person is looking to get some help for their friend. Take a load off Annie. So somebody wants you to help somebody, or they in the past to help somebody. Take the load off Annie. The weight is on you, right? So help her and put the load right on me. I'm asking you to help. Yes. All right, so let's get started. What do we got to say tonight? Picked up his bag. So this person was looking for a place to hide. Grabbed his bag. So the devil walked inside and sat beside. Hey, Karma. Karma, let's go downtown. I gotta go, but my friends gotta stick around. Take the load off Annie. Take a load for free. So it was like, I will take that, Karma, if you help this person, right? I will pay for that, for whatever you need. Change your life. So he's got Moses and Luke. He's talking about Luke, my friend, waiting for judgment. Well, what about Annie? Do me a favor, son. So why don't you stay and keep Annalie company? It's my middle name, Ann. Take the load off. So somebody was saying, hey, a passing the buck. I need you to take care of Annie. I will help you change your life. Yeah. So somebody was given an honor. But now they're looking at Judgment Day. Crazy Chester followed me. Chester would be the fool or the joker. Can you take my dog? I'm a peaceful man, Chester. So feed me when you can. It's like saying he's telling people that you know, go and help others, right? Take a load off Annie Tate for free. So it's like passing it around, paying it forward, you know? At the same time, asking for help, you know? It's okay to ask for help. In my day, we were taught that we don't ask for help. It's a sign of weakness. So, you know, it is not a sign of weakness. That was taught us to just give. And it's okay to ask for help, right? All right, what do we got? Spirit tonight. The bag is sinking. So this person is kind of like going through their life too. She's the only one, the healer. So Annie's sending regards and sending him for everyone. So, you know, this is a traveler. All right, what do we got, Spirit? What do you got to tell the dreamers tonight? Soulful Sunday. Isn't it sweet? I'm very grateful I woke up this morning, and I'm grateful every day. And I ask God, what is it you want me to do today? Because you know what I need, Father. And you know what I want. You have to ask, right? He says, ask me. When you pray, you're asking him. When you meditate, you're waiting for those answers. Right? And then you wait for this to come in. Say a prayer, get to work, and let God do the rest. It doesn't just drop out of the sky. So, Rhiannon, Fleetwood Mac. All right, what do we got? Memories. So somebody wants to love you. So somebody's worried about you being with somebody. See the woman taken by the wind. Promised you heaven and never will. So somebody was brought to you as a gift. But you got to know the darkness in order to know the light. And usually a lot of times you know darkness through wisdom and experience. You can't change that. See the woman. So your experiences will change you, hopefully, or you'll keep repeating the same patterns. Right? What do we got, Spirit? What do you want to say? Hey, you protect this angel, Michael. Ooh, that's interesting. We got a party. The Ace of Pentacles. Ain't that something? The Ace of Pentacles, which is God's giving you, you know, blessings. Big blessings. All right, so we started off with that. Somebody may live in Texas. And you got the scarab. It's old, right? All right, what do we got? So we got the Six of Swords, which is going to calmer waters, right? Going to so somebody's worried about you not being there, being their lover, but seeing the woman. So somebody's talking about seeing someone and he's taken by the wind. So here we go with the wind, right? Will you ever win? If somebody promised you heaven, would you ever win? So you got the Six of Swords, which is going to calmer waters where you've been, okay? So we also got the Hanged Man, okay, right side up. So somebody's in the hangman position, which is held by his feet. He's got growth up there in suspension, and he's just stretching out. But he's also being held there to think, right? And then we've got the Six of Pentacles, in reverse, which is equal give and take. Taken by the sky. Here we go. What else? Taken by the time. Now this card, if you can see, there's three people here. Okay. I see what you meant, Ethan, about the star. I got you. It's right there. Okay. But I prefer the star theory. Okay. So the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So there's no equal give and take here. There has to be a balance. So somebody's trying to go towards that. In the meantime, they're in suspension. But they have enlightenment, or looking for enlightenment, because you have that star in the back, the sun. The sun. It gives them time to think, right? Thank y'all for hitting the like button. You know, I always think about the things that you want to do in life when it comes to God. Dancing in the moonlight. Somebody may be Jewish as well. And the moonlight is also when the darkness and bright. Talking about the super moon, right? We've had that. In the moonlight. Somebody likes dancing. What do we got? Everybody here is out of sight. Y'all are out of sight. Here we go. This is God's love, right? So this person's thinking about it, wanting to go to calmer waters. Looking for equal give and take because it's out of balance at the moment, right? So they want that. That's love. They want the ultimate love, God's love. It's the most beautiful thing. It's innocent. So dance to the music. Yes. Dancing in the moonlight. Singing in the moonlight, God is playing in the moonlight. Healing, woman, right, yes. I mean, like when you go to church, a lot of good music, right? I love a lot of singers that are gospel. Lauren Daigle's one of them. Creed used to be. Straight up there. King Harvest. The harvest moon was not too long ago. So there you go. We're talking about in heaven. It's beautiful. People sway to the music. Everything sways to the frequency. I can show you everything in life that's got Yahweh's name on it. I've shown a lot of people some miracles that I see. All right, the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is a message. Passionate message, creative message. Also, here we go, page. Still a page, but it's passionate, creative. So maybe somebody's thinking of you. All right, what do we got about this Hangman Spirit? What do we got about the Hangman Spirit? Star date, 5:41 p.m. 11/9/2025. It's 67 degrees Fahrenheit. It is a Sunday. Sunny Sunday. In the Central Standard Time. So you're good? Yeah, somebody's thinking of business too. Somebody's good at business, right? That's Capricorn energy. That's where that big pentacles come up a minute ago. So God's going to take care of you. Make sure you have what you need. It's been nice. Somebody may think that is the stagecoach. still the same. Popsy, you're still with bullet man. Somebody thinks you're still the same. 2011430. Why would it got spirit? No, amen. Yeah. You always want every time you place the bet. Okay, so we got the Emperor in reverse. Maybe he's stuck in limbo right now because it's my way or the highway. This person wants everything their way. Kind of spoiled if you ask me. They're a tyrant. So somebody, you outsmarted this person. So you just turned your back and walked away. So that would be 8 of cups. So the Emperor, so somebody thinks that they just play games, right? Shouldn't a gambler, the only risk you would take, and the only loss you could forsake, the only bluff you couldn't take. So somebody's a gambler. So somebody caught up with you, or something caught up with you, or it's catching up with this Emperor, so he's thinking about it, right? But he wants to go to calmer waters, or female empress in reverse, long enough to get you back. So somebody's not changing their ways, they should. But somebody thinks you aim high, which is good. Dreamers, they should always try to aim high. All right, what do we got on the 6 of Pentacles in reverse? Why? Why is there no reciprocity? God's given them a gift. Why is there no reciprocity? It's like telling God you don't want to go to heaven, you know? Chad, hello. You like the gathering, huh? God is magic. Same thing as miracles, right? But God can be very coercive. You know, when you're not listening to him, you know, they start nudging you. He uses things to nudge you till he just takes that rug right out from underneath you. You know, so whatever you have to be grateful because he can pull that rug at any time. And when he does give you gifts and you abuse them or you hurt people with them, he's going to take it away from you. That's universal law. What is the 6 of Pentacles? You know, the difference between miracles and magic is only words. Summer breeze, seals and crops. Somebody thinks you're a summer breeze. You're thinking about it. I mean, you look at the guy here that's in limbo at the moment because of his ways. Who wants somebody to, you know, it's a tyrant that commands that you love them. 2111516. So somebody's watching you in the window. Let me see. Okay, why the 6 of Pentacles? What do we got? Okay. But somebody wants victory because they didn't give reciprocity. They do want victory. Or they wanted those accolades. They want those accolades. What is the Ace of Cups about? Thank you. Summer breeze makes me feel fine. Somebody likes jasmine. Maybe their name is Jasmine. It's a beautiful smell. I love jasmine. Night jasmine is the best. I used to have it. Oh, it smells so good. Oh, what about the Ace of Cups? But this is all about the Ace of Pentacles, because that one card. Ace of Pentacles is tangible things that God offers you. It's coming from Him. So you're okay. He will fulfill your needs. So somebody wants you to... So this person is thinking about it, because in this song it talks about the guy coming home and she's waiting without a care in the world, and she's in there cooking. So somebody thinks you are the summer breeze. And loyalty, that person's waiting to hug you when you get home. Loyalty. So gods want loyalty, that's for sure. But He wants it willingly. We all know what's right and what's wrong. Come on. If you're trying to impress other people, it's not a good idea. Just because you want to be liked by people. Okay? So the Seven of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles is sowing the right seeds. But in the reverse, somebody didn't sow the right seeds. Maybe they made an oath with the Most High and did not keep it. So that's why he's upset. But you know, God can make you do that. You can't kick you. God gives you a gift. You should never throw it in the trash. It's like throwing it in the trash. So you're not the most powerful when it comes to that. So I would do my best to make that right. But somebody did it for the wrong reasons. They wanted accolades from others. But I see a lot of electricity there. A lot. Electricity is very powerful. That's how you know hey, God's powerful, right? You can't destroy it. You cannot destroy electricity. You can't. Try it. Alpha and Omega always will, always has been, and never can be destroyed. What do we got on this page of wands? Why do we have this page of wands that wants to make this passionate creative art to go towards calmer waters? It's keeping them in suspension because of their attitude or thinking that their way is better. Say you love me, so somebody wants you to say that you love them. Here we go with the Emperor in reverse here. Oh my gosh. But they didn't get equal reciprocity, right? So somebody's falling at your feet, Father God. You have all the victory, you have all the things. All right, what do we got to this page of wands? So somebody was left, right? So when you're all alone, God wants you to talk to Him, right? See, I don't always look at every song as some guy or some girl. So somebody's running for cover. Can't say their feelings. Oh, poor King. What do we got on this page? Use me again, it'll be the end of me. Somebody's afraid of getting hurt. Lights go down. Okay, so the Knight of Cups. So this Knight of Cups. Not a nice person. This Knight of Cups. He holds back. He doesn't say his feelings. And could just be, you know, not being forthright. Emotional abuse, denying their emotions, Not saying that they love this person. Maybe they'll come out of calm waters because they didn't. Right? Alright, what do we got? Too many. What do we got on this emperor? What do we got? That doesn't want to talk too much. So somebody's afraid that if you use me again, she's saying in the song, that if they're just coming around to just be, you know, the Knight of Cups and, you know, just use you. You're afraid of being used. Just afraid of being used. Well, I would by that Emperor, Empress in reverse. Alright, so what do we got? The Four of Pentacles. There I see. So this advice for this Emperor is to not hold back. Say you love somebody. What's wrong with that? Say you love God. There's nothing wrong with that. So somebody is falling. What do we got on the Six of Wands? What is this victory that they want? Or recognition that they want? Maybe they want to be recognized. What do we got? Welcome in, everybody. I hope y'all liking the show. Welcome to the station. We got a long way to go. Somebody's falling. Somebody's in love with somebody. They're afraid to get hurt. They're afraid to love. Well, if you're afraid to love somebody and you're afraid to get hurt, then what does it say when it's your time? Question. I really love to see you tonight, so somebody does want to see somebody. It's been a while. Somebody wants to reconnect. Somebody wants to talk to you. There's that Knight of Wands. Somebody wants to get together. So we got the Magician. Okay, the Magician works. Maybe they've been manipulative, right? That's an illusion. And then the Wheel of Fortune, maybe they feel like they lost their Wheel of Fortune or it's happening. And then the Ace of Wands. So they've lost their creativity or they're trying to think about it. What to do. Feel like they've lost their passion. So somebody just wants to meet up and reconnect. Maybe you need to reconnect with the Most High. Somebody just wants to sit back and watch TV, hold hands, walk through. So somebody doesn't want to change your life. Somebody wants to reconnect with you. Or they need to reconnect to themselves. So somebody needs to just be open and honest. It's a good song. It's talking about not saying I love you. Don't want to change your life. They understand now. Here we go. The Ace of Pentacles again. They're giving up their, or they just wanted the Pentacles, nothing else. But here, if you look, there's that Pentacle. All they got to do is go past that, up to it, and just walk through that trellis, right? The Five of Pentacles. They want to come out of the Five of Pentacles. That's being left out in the cold. And they want to come out of their head with the Five of Swords, the gossip, all kind of stuff. So this person doesn't like where they're at. They've been acting really nasty, being an illusionist. Let's see if we're going to find some happiness for them. Let's see if we can find some happiness. Let's talk to Wizard. These are my favorite cards. I love it. They even got cupcakes now. Pink ones and the green ones. Pink ones for Glenda and the green ones for the green witch, which was the good witch. She stood out alone. She was a black sheep. She didn't like being used for her powers. And they lied to her. Her father was a wizard, I believe. Yes. You're my best friend. Oh, somebody thinks you're their best friend. Oh no, God. My father is my best friend. So somebody thinks you make them live. By Queen, whatever this world can give to me, you're all I see. Somebody's watching you. Oh, honey, ooh, you make. So somebody heals you. Oh, friend. Yeah, the head. So somebody thinks you're their best friend, and they realizing it. You're my sunshine. I want you to know my feelings are true. My best friend. You make me live. Somebody's been wandering around. Come back to you, rain or shine. And you stood by them. Best friend, I'm happy and whole because you're my best friend. If you look at that Four of Pentacles, so this person thinks you're a healer and you help them forgive when this world is cruel. If you look, this Four of Pentacles, right? It's dropping one in that hand, right? So somebody needs to release. So say, no, never be lonely. Love and change what you do. It's kind of like a bank, but this person doesn't want to hold back anymore. They want to invest in you. That's nice. It's not hard to reciprocate, you know? You can't just drain somebody and expect them to keep giving. Somebody's happy at home. They think of you as home. And what do they say? The heart is where your home is. Best friend. Glad y'all are here. Welcome aboard. Thanks for hitting that like button. For those who did, it doesn't take much. It's a cheap way to give back. Just a little movement. Especially for getting information, confirmation. Just remember I love you, Firefall. So somebody wants to take that risk. Somebody wants you to remember that they love you. Or want you to remember that you love them. So much trouble, you want to cry. So somebody's world is crumbling and they don't know why. Friends will let you down. So when everything else in the world lets you down, somebody thinks of you as support, that you always uplift them. So more than they can say, it's understood, it doesn't have to be said. Because it's an action word, right? What do we got, Father, for this? This is you want to tell me. you need a lover and you're down so low. Start to wonder what you never know. When you feel like sorrow's your own friend, so somebody's going through it. Prayers for them. I hope they find their friend. Go back to the one that was their friend. Right? But you'll never know unless you try. Please don't fall out of the sky. People promise you stuff. You have to say your prayers. Get to work and we gotta do the rest. When the blues come calling at the break of dawn, and the rainbow's gone, so somebody thinks that you were their rainbow. I promise. And your dreams are dying, and you're on the run. How would you want to run from love? Oh my Lord. Somebody was very positive to this person or you, or they were to you. So whenever your days were bad and hard, this person was telling you that. So somebody was very loyal. Alright, so we've got the 9 of brooms, the 9 of wands. So somebody is wounded. Look at Dorothy trying to fight off those flames. So they're fighting off a lot of things. It'll be alright, it goes with this song. Firefall. There we go. Alright, what do we got? What do we got, Father? What else we got for this? Our dreamers out here or across watchers. Welcome in everyone. Baby, come back. Ooh, somebody wants you back. Well, it just depends. Did you leave or they left? If you left, how are they going to come back to you if you left? The King of Cups. He likes the good life, but he's also in control of his emotions. Okay? He's got his little trusty can, oil can. He's got his axe. He's ready to work. He's very emotional. He's got, he's got 1 foot in and 1 foot out sometimes, but he is in control of his emotions. When he's in the upright, he's there to help. From my mouth. So somebody's doing everything they can to get you off of their mind, or you are keep you just a waste of time. So somebody might have thought you was a waste of time, or they tried to think about that. So somebody wants you to come back to Empress. Here we go. So we got the Emperor and the Empress in reverse. So take it out how it is in reverse. This could be an older person. You know, when Dorothy went out, right? And they kept saying, Dorothy, come back. So somebody thinks they can't live without you. So whoever this person has been a real butt. For real. And they're just sitting on the couch or in a rocking chair, just withering away. False bravado. Try to keep up a smile and hide the tears. Wounded warrior. But when the nights go down, get that empty feeling, nobody else is around, and they wish you were here. Baby, come back. The kind of fool could see. There was something. This is kind of falling into the reading from yesterday. Come back. So somebody wants you back and willing to take accountability. It's okay. Can't live without you. What about this 5 of Swords? So somebody figured it out, put it all together. So somebody wants to give you, give you the chance to make you see, have you used up all the love or given all your love? Is there enough for me left? Oh, it's so sweet. Sometimes it takes for somebody to leave your life to understand what you miss. Any kind of fool could see. There was something in everything about you. Somebody realized that. Okay. What do we got for the Five of Swords? So they're coming out of the Five of Swords. Coming out of their head. So somebody's going to apologize. Oh shit, the Queen of Brooms. In the reverse. So somebody was dealing with, or is dealing with, an Empress in reverse and a Queen of Wands in reverse. That's somebody that's just all about the passion, doesn't care about the love side of it. They lie, they cheat. Heck, they can't even ride a bike. They keep falling off. What do we got? What else do we have? Okay, dream eyes. There's quite a few messages we want to read. What else do we have? I'm going to pull some chickens back there in a second. And we'll see what the objects is. Alright, what we got? What is the dark area now? Come on. Hello, Moon Dust. LOL. She can't even ride a bike. But I need to get back up on that bicycle and learn how to ride it right. Maybe they need some training wheels for a little bit. You know, a trike. This person just, they have no morals, no ethics. They don't care. They don't even make a good friend. You know, the Empress just got to manipulate those kind of things. They got to manipulate it their way. Ooh, here we go, the Hangman again. So somebody's thinking about this. They need to. God needs to sit them down. Man, look at that. He's hanging on for dear life. He's fighting with his shadow. Look at that shadow down there. The wind's blowing so hard. His whole world is like a tornado. Yeah, he's holding on over there. I understand that. But look at this, man. He's hanging on. The only way, even the boards are breaking. I'm seriously, who's crying now? He's on that journey. He done fell off the bike, or she fell off the bike. Fell from grace. I mean, look at this, man. That shadow. He's trying to hold on. Even the shadow's trying to hold on. That shadow's coming out and being spanked the bejeebus out of him. Look at, how could something so good hurt so bad? Well, if you made the wrong choices, what did you want me to do? Caught on a one-way street. Taste of bitter sweet. Love will survive some way, somehow. So maybe this person's hoping that he can hold on, that those ropes don't break. Lord burns desire. Wonder who's right now. So somebody cheating with this woman. Hearts born to roll. Who be the lonely one? So somebody's roaming right now. Broke their own heart. Yeah, I'm telling you, it goes back to that reading yesterday. No, so many stormy nights. Wrong, no right. Neither can change the headstrong way with the Emperor or the Empress in reverse. So I mean, if you're gonna act like that, you're vibing like that, you're gonna, lover's rage. And then another page, and somebody just keeps going to different. But fighting for a love that's safe. One love feeds the fire, and then one heart burns desire. Who's cry now? So, I mean, if you keep going from one next to the next, you're not planting any good seeds. And we see that the Seven of Pentacles. You have to water your own grass, man. And build on that. You can't build with your little Winky or your Twinkie. Many tears you can cry. Now you can't say your love will never die. Well, this ain't love here. This is just illusions, wanting the accolades for the wrong things. All right, what do we got? So that one hanging there on their boards, and it's already unraveling. Seriously, it's unraveling. It's not built. Two hearts born to love. Who'll be the lonely one? What do we got for this King of Cans? What about this King of Hearts? I'm gonna get out of here pretty soon. I'll go check on something and then I'll come back real quick. What do we got? Ooh, the Three of Bricks, which is the Three of Pentacles, right? So something wasn't built right. Three-party situation, could be anything, right? Obviously, it's with this Queen of Brooms or King of Brooms in reverse. The untrue Empress wants to pretend to be one, but is not. She fell off the bike, that's how you know. Well, you see her in that show, she was trying hard, trying to get Toto. What about this Empress in reverse? What about the Empress? Okay, the Knight of Brooms. Here we go. He's trying to be... The Knight of Brooms comes in and goes out, you know, but at least he's got some passion here. But he's with the wrong Queen of Brooms. Queen of Brooms. Queen of Wands is with the wrong one. With the fucking Empress. Or he went towards her. So now he's in suspension. How long? Ace. God damn, how long is it going to take you to figure this out? How long has this been going on? I imagine long enough. Somebody's getting caught. Somebody's asking questions. Yeah, trying to take on somebody else's life or take something from somebody, right? And the Queen of Brooms is not a good friend either. How long has this been going on? So maybe somebody's going to find out. Or maybe they already know. Especially the chosen ones, they already know. They already know. Friends with a fancy persuasion. Maybe this was a best friend, right? Not a friend, are they? Not a friend to them or you. Or you not to them, whichever. You take it and flip it. See, it was never intended. And break up. Ain't no use in pretending. How long has this been going on? So that conversation's going to be had. Can't hide it. I know one thing's for sure, when somebody changes up, something's up. This person probably got receipts. Probably knew about it before it was coming. If you're the chosen ones, yes. Here we go. The Ace of Brooms. Yep. So that's an offer you can't refuse, right? We got a lot of aces on the board, right? But that's passion there, you know, but that's God. So, judgment. So, judgment's being called on this. Yes. That's Raphael, right? Yep. So, somebody went with a fancy persuasion. Part of a scheme. Maybe they were scheming. So, somebody had their suspicion. So, somebody doesn't realize you're not as dumb as you seem. And they broke up your happy home, so how can they sit there and pretend? But this sounds like these people are going to break up soon. Or they're going to have to answer questions, or they got caught somewhere. Can't hide that. Alright, what else we got, Spirit? Anything else you want to tell them from this deck? And we're going to go to the Kipper, and then I'm going to give y'all some good advice. But I know whoever you are, your chosen ones, the dreamers, the seers, y'all are kind and also forgiving. Sometimes you will take them back, some of you won't. It depends, you know. A lot of times when they do come back, it's ordered by the Most High. I don't know what it is. So a lot of times, you know, it does happen. Especially if this friend knew you were married. So the only thing that's between you is you, the cream of the Oreo. Yes. So you were the one that they were cheating on. And if they're still together, do you think that's built on a foundation? Nope. Especially when they both know what they did. So they both know what they are. That kind of vibe, that's what you get. That's what you want, that's what you get. So you know what you got. Let's see, you're gonna be, the person maybe got you on a GPS, you're gonna not let you go too far without the chains, and that goes back to last night. The little jester up there, that person was a fool and being held on by chains. Shame on the moon. Shame, shame, shame. Don't know what he wants. Don't know if he cries at night. And you don't know if he don't. When nothing comes easy, that's not an easy life. So somebody's having nightmares. Ooh. So you've been inside a man. You don't know how he feels, so maybe he's not telling. What's inside a woman's heart? Man must keep his head. Heaven opens up the doors. That's why you were heaven, dreamer. Where angels fear to tread. So men go crazy. Some men go slow. Some men go just where they want. And then some men never go. Some men go where they fear to tread. Blame it on midnight. Blame it on the moon. Shame on the moon. Shame, shame, shame. I love it when Spirit speaks. That is sense of humor. You never know what they get when they go to them. Shame on the moon. Shame, shame, shame. What else we got, Spirit? You got anything else to say from this deck? Anything else from this deck? But you can't take away what God gets for the chosen. You will get nasty karma. It will not stand. It will not stay. Everywhere is going around. Comfort in the crowd. Stranger faces on. That means that whoever this is around strangers. Oh, oh, oh. So whatever you got inside, you're gonna have that outside of you. Just know that. Whatever your intentions are, the inside, you're gonna be around that. And you don't know who he knows, so you don't know who she knows. Blame it on midnight. What else? Good anymore. Shame on the moon. How are you gonna blame somebody else, the moon, huh? Ooh. Nice and lowly. Well, whoever the chosen one is, they should have been with you. That's only a fleeting moment. What, 5-10 minutes? Ooh. If somebody wants to blame it on the moon. Shame, shame, shame. What do we got for the Ace of Brews? Temperance. They should have had balance. That is the angel Michael. You know, balance. Hold your head. They need to be emotionally intelligent, not let their little parts rule. You know, kind of like the compass of Jack Sparrow. You know what I'm saying? Pinocchio didn't lie. Alrighty, let's see what we got for y'all's Blue Kicker. Thanks for being here, guys. I really appreciate it. Glad y'all here on a Sunday. Girl, too far, let them know that it is. So somebody went after somebody for money. For money. It's gone too far. Too far. It's too far. Money won't get you too far. It'll come and go like that storm, man. Just blow right away. Don't you know? So somebody was trying to destiny swap for money, huh? That's all they care about. It's wrong. To take what is given to you. See? God gives you gifts. Why you gotta take it? Don't have to. You'll never be strong. So it's all about money. It's terrible. More to life. What do we got? So somebody's relying on somebody else's money, but it's gone too far. It don't matter no more. And it won't get you too far, because you have no love, right? Leave you high and dry, out of the rain. It's so easy. It's to hurt. It's easy to hurt others. Love can grow. For the thrill. So maybe that Queen of Brooms in reverse is all about it. So community in reverse. So community in reverse. So the community might be outing them. Or they're losing in this community. Ooh, we got spirit. Main female, either that or they're losing it or they're excommunicating. Somebody is losing that main female, wants to be that main female, but it ain't happening. That number 2 is going to be through. What about the judgment? What about the judgment? Oh, it's a test. Ooh, God gave them a test. They failed it. Oh, to see if they were just in it for the money. You were the cross watcher. You take it wherever judgment's being made on that. Wow. Wow. So now they're going to have to go to God or the wizard to get home. Get back on track. That train. Yes. What do we got? Ooh, they were in high honor. Oh, they're losing. Oh, whatever status they are. They're not looked at as high honor anymore. This female ain't either. Ooh. Wow. That's something there with those accolades. That's what they wanted to be looked at in the community, but not with the Most High. Oh, shame on you. Sarah, Fleetwood Mac. What do we got for this temperance? somebody wants you to stay, wants them to stay with them for. Never told you about the fire. I hope somebody didn't catch something. What about this temperance? I was talking more tonight with the music. What else? If they're drowning in the sea, so somebody wants to drown in your love, but now it's gone. Doesn't matter what for. So whoever this is losing. Somebody wants you to call them. Maybe they should call. Say like the person left, how you gonna come back? You didn't leave. What else? The wings of a stone. Somebody told secrets. An undoing. It's an undoing. You knew it. This would be their undoing. Yes. Courthouse. Ooh, maybe somebody's worried about going to the courthouse. Number 23 is change. Courthouse. Or they don't want to. They don't want to lose this. Not good, they're losing everything. They don't want to. That's for sure. That's sad. Well, they could lose everything. They don't want it to be an ending for this tower. They don't want this tower. Never change. Never stop. They don't want you to change. Oh, Vendetta. Welcome in. I love Vendetta. Make you an offer you can't refuse. When you fill your house, then call me. Man. Welcome in, Vendetta. Kai. It's a nice name. I know a young man named Kai. Thank you. I thank him for his service. You hear wind and buzzing? Sorry about that. Can you hear me now? I got that fan going. I apologize. Usually I have another device that plays music. I'll have to work on that. You know, it plays frequencies. Can you hear me better? Plus I don't like yelling. I really don't. All right, what do we got for advice? The Sea of Love. There's that King of Pentacles. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. Somebody's afraid of losing that love. It doesn't matter anymore. If you build your house, so when this person gets their self together, they want you to call them. Still in your heart. Never change, Sarah. Don't you ever stop. So this person can't keep being on the fence, that's for sure. Make the move. When you healed your house or healed your house. Yeah. Somebody's got to heal. Obviously, there's a lot of good stuff going on with this person. They got a lot of things to change, to heal. Maybe they've lost their honor. They lost their main female. Community's not with them. And they don't want this to be a power ending. Well, if you don't, make it right. Do the right thing. You never know what could happen. All you can do is put that foot forward, you know? What do we got for advice, fella? Adversity, yeah. We always have adversity. Sometimes we create that adversity. Others create it. We have to deal with it. That's an adult action. Look with the child like heart. I accept the challenges are the best way to learn. That's right. Learn from those mistakes. But if you keep doing the same thing over and over, it's just a perfected way of life. It's not a mistake. It's a choice. Right? It's a choice. And nobody can make you do that. And no one should make your decisions for your happiness. And if they try to, they ain't there for your best interest. But it looks like nobody's behind this person anymore. Everything's been revealed. It's not blessed or whatever. It's not seen as right. Blame. Somebody doesn't. Okay, blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. Like I just said, you know, somebody else, shame on the moon, right? Shame is misguided blame. So somebody's blaming somebody else over here. They need to take accountability. I mean, I don't have that kind of power to make people do stuff, so how can they make you do stuff? They can't. So you can't blame somebody else. Right? They're not taking accountability. You need to. Because you can't just sit there. Even when you do something to somebody else, they still have to pick up the pieces and get the Shambhala, 3-dog night. There we go. Wash away my pain, wash away my trouble. Somebody wants you to fix it. Wash away my shame. Shambhala. Somebody's in the doghouse. Dogs. 3-dog night. You're funny, spirit. I love your sense of humor. But here we go, acceptance. Somebody's not taking acceptance. I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. Either that or maybe somebody. So somebody wants to be on the road to Shambhala. So somebody's not taking that love or acceptance as well. And wanting to learn. Maybe they are, right? But acceptance. I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. If somebody wants to change something, or they feel things may not change, right? Or they think that they can't, right? They want that Shambhala. How does your light shine in the halls of Shambhala? They're looking for that light. Their light, again, their star. That's beautiful. Just do the do, man. What else? So he went on the Shambhala, like he tell you about the flowers in your life. Guilt. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. They're not. Maybe they believe they didn't do something, you know? I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. They need to grow their soul. Their soul is, if they're stagnant, or they're feeling guilty, man, that's a terrible feeling. They want to change. They want to look into Akashic records, right? Their Akashic records are the lights. How does your light shine? They want to know how you do it. Peace. This person don't have no peace. I am a being of love, and I release all negative energy. This person's holding on to a lot of negative junk, man. Seriously, they have no peace. I wish you peace. It's a nice feeling to have peace. And the flowers, right? They don't feel love or worthy. If someone that you know is kind and doesn't need you and they want you, then obviously you should be confident enough, right? If they wanted you for who you were or who you pretended to be. You know, this person has everything. Sometimes God takes everything you need just to be able to see and what you think. Right? You take all of that. It's simply all about the physical or His love. One of these days, private readings, one of these nights. So somebody's want to come soon. Hopefully soon. 3 dog nights, maybe 3 nights, I don't know. 3 days. All chill, no checkout. So somebody wants to chill, no checkout. They can't check out this time. It's either do it or let it go. Maybe you have one more chance. Woman is calling to keep us back. Somebody's got demons. Got desire. The other person has desires too. So gotta learn to compromise. And somebody wants somebody to be kind to. It's nice. So somebody's coming right behind you. So somebody's chasing you now. You're chasing you. One of these lost and lonely dreams. So somebody's been searching for the devil. There you go. Been searching for that angel in white. So somebody's been searching. So somebody's got a little bit both, but she's nowhere in sight. So the chosen ones have been through the dark. They have faced their shadows. Here we go. Make the wrongs into right. They have been through wisdom, right? Experiences. I find you. So somebody's searching for you. You see that they got that light on their head or the monocle, right? That is the Page of Wands. That's a message, maybe. Somebody's searching for you. Perfect person that can do their shadow and the light, right? Because that's the only way you can become like that. You have been through the gates of hell and back. But you're still loving and kind and not bitter. Still giving. 2022706. Hello, Mason. Well, I've lost a lot of weight, Mason. I'm trying to get my weight back. I was ill. So somebody wants to find you. Prayer will help this situation. It will. Here we go. Dear God and Archangel Michael and anyone else to whom you pray, such as Jesus, I ask for your divine intervention. Describe the situation, whatever that is. I welcome your help and I trust and follow your guidance with gratitude and grace. I need a miracle and ask that you send one to me and this situation quickly. Thank you and amen. That's y'all's prayer. That's why my face is thin. Thanks for caring. I had a bowel blockage and I'm still fighting with that. I also have to get my teeth worked on because I was ill and couldn't eat, so a lot of things. I had a surgery years ago, gallbladder, so I was throwing up every day for a year and didn't know why. and couldn't get out because I was taking care of somebody stuck in a house and couldn't get help. So sometimes things happen. So we're working on a little bit at a time. Plus I was homeless. Not due to something that I wished. So sometimes things come out. Life happens. That's the way it is. But I sure do eat a lot. I tried to. I had a big breakfast this morning. So I still have issues with my stomach. I still have scarring and bowel blockage from that surgery. I was sick during COVID. And I had to have emergency surgery. Had a bowel blockage from that this year. So my stomach is still going through stuff. And of course I need to eat better with my teeth. So that's coming. Look at that time. Made it with you. Somebody, or make it with you by bread. Here we go. 4 people. So that's foundation, right? Have you ever tried? So somebody's saying reach out to the other side. But we're gonna go out with this song. I appreciate y'all being here and thanks for showing up to the station, and I hope to see y'all next time right here. Y'all come back now. And don't forget, seek the light, be the light, and then show that light, man. Be it. Show it on the outside. Yes. So I will see y'all next time. Y'all stay tuned, and I appreciate everything that y'all do here. Y'all support for the station. So somebody wants to make it with you. This is Brie Bragg signing off. Until next time, love you, dreamers. Smooches.